So we've moved out of Windermere, we've moved up into the hills in the Lake District, and yeah, so- and we're going to draw today part of the Ravenglass and Eskdale miniature railway, and this is their Dalegarth station. And just before my eldest, not eldest, just before my youngest was born, we took my eldest on holiday up here because at the time he was into trains. He's no longer into trains. At the time he was into trains, and yeah, we stayed in a camping barn, so they had kind of beds. Don't need that one. Beds that you could camping beds. So my heavily pregnant wife, I will claim that she agreed to this. It's something she chose. She chose the place we were going to stay. Um, we didn't have a lot of money, um, so it was about all we could afford. But just taking our son somewhere, our eldest, before the youngest was born. And, I ironically can't fit inside, although I love kind of the railway and steam engines and all that jazz. I can't fit inside the carriages, so I had to go in an open air one. Thankfully, it stayed dry. Um, Unlike today, where it is raining and hailing outside. And then it's at the base of a big hill. Um, it's an amazing thing to go see. It is now kind of big visitor attraction in the Lake District. It was originally built to kind of move workers around and materials. But one of the big problems is I have the software open on 2 pages on both screens, just so I can see this building a little bit better because it's a bit far away for you. We'll zoom in. There you go, so you can see what we're seeing. I do have a bunch of pictures of here. I'd love to go back and take more pictures, but it's just everything. Don't know how well I would travel up there. Get that back, just travelling up the road to Preston. This is somewhere my parents took me when I was very young. Family photos of a trip we took up here. The railway was probably the best part of that family trip when I was little. Everything else was kind of wet. You know, it's the Lake District. It's called the Lake District because it gets wet. A terrible joke, but true. My youngest has never been to trains, so it's one of the reasons why I've never been. Since he was born. Yeah, we are absolutely empty, so find the ink. To the cartridge. I say empty it, but just wind it all the way to the, and that's now full. This is going to get harder now because it's like halfway. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to decant it into a smaller pot. Although there's trees kind of all the way around the station, it just I want to include a bit of the kind of texture of the hills. And what you can't see is there's actually a turntable here, so they can turn the trains around. Which is why you got two platforms sort of thing. So you can come in this way, turn your train around, go past on the other platform, and then reverse onto the front, and then take the whole thing away. It's, if you like trains, it's a neat little place. If you're, which I love trains. I can talk about wanting to work for Lucasfilm. That wasn't a job till I was a teenager. When I was a very small child, due to this holiday, and when we were on this holiday, we also saw Flying Scotsman. Obviously not here, but Ravenglass at the other end of the line. And that made me want to be a steam train driver when I was little. If you want something to dry quickly, there's a pool of ink, just get a little bit of tissue and kind of dab it out. I'm not particularly bothered myself, just wanted to include that. Just have a look at some of the different brushes I've got, see if there's anything worth trying. I'll just stick with this one. The only trouble with using pink, and I hadn't thought about it until just then, is that a lot of these details are kind of pinky red. Much like the pink we did our under drawing in. And I didn't mentally choose pink, I just grabbed the first pen I came to, which today was a Posca pen. It's Google deciding, the Google Photos deciding that they've made a collage for me from my latest photos. So thrilled. bricky colour. Kind of foundations of brick. And everything else that's wood. There we go. Yeah, like I say, it's an interesting place. I'd love to do it justice. Not saying I will do it justice. But it's sketchbook. It's you don't pay attention. You get the wrong red by stabbing it. Okay. Some hanging baskets. So just need to do some more. Grab that pen. Hopefully not run as much. Oh. This. Yeah. So as you can see, we've kind of got these darker areas that match and darker on this side. What we could do with is slightly darker on there because this is dark already. You just want what you can see here is that it kind of disappears into the darkness. That tree there. So just darken up that tree a little bit. And where I've drawn this green area is actually the car park. So you can see tree, you can see cars. Well, ish. But that's fine. Is you kind of got this mottled texture. It's perhaps a little bit darker, a little bit more. But I don't want to overpower it by it just being really completely brown. Kind of want texture. coming through. Got a bit of a varied texture. Trees. Side. Got a bit of a mottled texture, which you can see on here. It's a little bit dark. And this path here to this path, more kind of we've got this path that matches that path, and kind of the textures, and there's a lot going on, but it's trying to simplify it. And when you zoom out, you kind of see the colour, the little bump here matches, blah blah blah. It's trying to replicate and overemphasize those details while trying to let the texture hide a little bit, because you want the building to stand out. Because you've got this kind of really light area in the midst of all this, and it kind of pulling the eye to it. And, you know, this trying to cut off that area. I mean, you don't need the green really, don't you? But other than that, yeah, it's kind of worked. A bit more happy with that than I have been with what I've been painting the last few days, and I think some of it's subject matter. This interests me. White buildings, no, just plain white buildings. I mean, this is a white building, but it's got all those kind of other things going on. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you tomorrow.